Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there lived a deer. One scorching afternoon, the deer became desperately thirsty. It wandered through the forest searching for water. Hours passed, but no matter where it looked, it could not find a single drop. The heat was unbearable, and with every step, the deer grew weaker. Exhausted and hopeless, it finally sat beneath a tree to rest. As it sat there, trying to gather its strength, it suddenly heard the faint sound of flowing water. The deer quickly stood up, its tired eyes lit up with hope. Without wasting a moment, it followed the sound. After running for some time, it reached a large river. The moment the deer saw the water, it felt as though life had returned to its body. It rushed toward the river and lowered its head to drink. But just as it was about to take its first sip, something caught its attention. To its right stood a hunter. The hunter had a bow in his hands and an arrow aimed directly at the deer. Fear instantly filled its heart. The deer quickly turned its head to the left. Hidden behind the bushes was a fierce lion, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to attack. Now, the deer was terrified. It immediately looked behind itself. What it saw made the situation even worse. A huge forest fire was spreading rapidly toward it. The flames were getting closer with every passing second. The deer stood frozen. To its right was a hunter. To its left was a lion. Behind it was a raging fire. And in front of it was a deep river. Every direction seemed filled with danger. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. For a few moments, the deer remained completely still. Then it thought to itself, "If I am destined to die, why should I spend my final moments worrying? I came here to drink water. Let me do what I came here to do." Instead of panicking, the deer calmly lowered its head and began drinking from the river. At that very moment, something unexpected happened. Dark clouds suddenly gathered above the forest. The sky became gray, thunder echoed through the air, and within moments, heavy rain began to fall. The rain poured down with such force that the forest fire behind the deer slowly started to die out. At the same time, the hunter released his arrow, but because of the strong wind and rain, his aim missed. The arrow startled the lion. The lion immediately turned toward the hunter. Thinking that the hunter was the threat, the lion charged after him. The hunter ran for his life. Within moments, both the hunter and the lion disappeared into the forest. The deer continued drinking peacefully. When it finally lifted its head, it looked to the right. The hunter was gone. It looked to the left. The lion had disappeared. It turned around. The fire had been completely extinguished. The dangers that seemed impossible to escape had vanished on their own. The deer quietly stood there, safe and unharmed. And that, my friends, is the lesson hidden within this story. In life, there are moments when problems surround us from every direction. Sometimes it feels as though there is no way out. Fear takes over our minds. We begin worrying about things we cannot control. But just like the deer, we must learn to remain calm. We must focus on the purpose that brought us to where we are. Many people are only a few steps away from success, but they become distracted by fear, stress, and temporary difficulties. What they don't realize is that solutions often arrive when we continue moving forward instead of giving up. So whenever life puts you in a difficult situation, remember the deer. Stay calm, stay focused, keep doing your work, and trust that not every problem needs your panic. Sometimes it only needs your patience. If this story inspired you, comment, "I will stay focused" below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful motivational stories. Remember, don't worry about what the world will say. Keep working on your dreams, and one day the world will watch your success.